Okay, we're going to be starting in just a few moments. All right, as the clock is now striked 9 p.m. Eastern Time on December the 18th, 2014, I want to welcome you all to our webinar, and I want to say welcome. And thank you for joining us on this winter's night here, and I want to wish everybody who is listening a wonderful holiday season, whether it be you're celebrating Hanukkah or you're celebrating the Christmas um, holiday. I want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. And again, thank you. And I'm excited. This is great. This is great. I appreciate everyone coming in and listening to the webinar. And my name is Mike Caluzzi, and I'm going to be your host tonight. And we're going to be talking about what it really means to embrace life's possibilities and what you could do to transform your life, to really live the life that you deserve, that really thrives upon three things, essentially: financial prosperity, physical health, and personal development, that all lead to a balanced lifestyle on a long-term and a short-term basis. So before we get started, I just want to give you a little background as far as who I am. I come from Southern New Jersey, and I've been a professional for close to 20 years. Right at this point, I've had a very interesting and diverse, successful career in the areas of real estate. I've had a construction company. I've built homes. I'm an attorney. I've worked for a variety of different corporations in the sales capacity, and have had a great experience in those regards, and really have been the ones, representing a lot of you folks who were listening to this podcast, the folks who kind of bought into the system, bought the farm of getting the education and plugging into the old methodology, to which we believe was really the best way to reach the promised land. And for the most part, yes, it was one that was I had some great experiences, developed some really great income opportunities, but it was one that really left me really lacking any type of real feeling of fulfillment and control over my financial destiny. And I have to say, fortunately, the opportunity that I'm about to present to you came into our life in April of 2013, and we haven't looked back. When I say we, I'm talking about no one else other than my wonderful wife, Desiree, who was a pharmaceutical rep for close to 15 years, and she basically had reached her limit and felt that it was time to move on, and because she really was spiritually bankrupt with what she was doing with her job and her career, felt really that it was a dead end. Even though she was making a six-figure income, it really wasn't providing her with the level of satisfaction that's really required to provide for someone with a feeling of life's fulfillment and purpose. So now we work together as a team, and we work with a company called Isogenics. And Isogenics is a nutritional cleansing company, and it's really tied into the wellness industry, and we'll get into that in a few moments. But we are now 4-star directors with that company, and that essentially means that we earn a 5-figure monthly income from the business that we run through our home. And the best part is we have an opportunity where our business grows continuously each and every day by allowing others to live healthy, happy, and prosperous lives. So again, the company that we work with is Isogenics, and Isogenics is one that's focused on 4 primary areas to help assist people with weight release, with increased energy and performance, with healthy and youthful aging, and a beautiful wealth creation opportunity for folks who can be, and to have an opportunity where you can really be in business for yourself, but not by yourself, and be tied into a company and a community that thrives on making people the best they possibly could, both physically and financially, and also from a personal development standpoint. It's by and large been something that's been the best, absolute best professional experience that I've had in my career, and I see nothing but wonderful growth opportunity. And I feel that this will be the last company that I'm associated with, because I realize it's going to be providing a legacy for my family, for my wife Desiree, for us together to build a wonderful life for our family that we know is going to go for years to come. So as we move on into this in presentation, I'm going to all ask you to just take one moment to just close your eyes for a moment and just think about and feel the emotion associated with what it means to dream again. And what excites you right now? What is it that brings fulfillment to your life? You know, what are those things? We all are part of a society right now that is so harnessed in a rat race, one where most people really have forgotten to what it means to dream again. Just working continuously. In fact, right before I got on this webinar, I was talking to someone who's a very dear person in my life who basically was telling me it's been years since a vacation, you know, just working the grind. And this is a business owner, but even though he is the quote unquote business owner, really the business is owning him. Never a time to look up from the grindstone or stop and smell the roses or appreciate life. Just simply living every day in the trenches without any ability to develop a stream of income that's going to allow for growth and exponential growth and duplication. So think about that for a minute, what it would mean to dream again, and start thinking about that it's possible to have that dream vacation, to take that vacation that you so well deserve, or to live in a debt-free environment, or to save for that college fund for your children so they're not riddled with such horrendous school loans as they enter into the world as young adults, or to be able to develop that plan to actually be able to relocate to that dream home, or to have that dream home, that secondary dream home. Or think about what it really means to be able to wake up when you're rested, as opposed to having an alarm clock waking you up and thrusting you into a busy day. These are all possible through the power of the company called Isogenics and the whole business associated with a leveraged income opportunity. And, you know, as someone who's an accountant and as a lawyer, I have done my fair share of analysis and understand truly what the power is, but nothing has really been the best educator as to what it means to experience the power of leveraged income. And as I mentioned to you earlier, you know, a vehicle to which we can do it, and where we are doing it currently, is through Isogenics. We're going to get into that business in a little bit specifics. But you know, why Isogenics? Well, because like I mentioned to you, you know, we are dealing with, where is it can you develop a business that's going to have a huge marketplace in every economic basis, within every geographical location, from every race, color, creed that walks this wonderful country of ours? What are some of the common issues that are affecting most people? Well, they really boil down to two main things: health and financial prosperity. So Isogenics has developed a system, a nutritional system, and a business model that is specifically to address those areas of obesity, energy and performance, healthy aging, and wealth creation. And as I'll show you in a few slides, we are in a time wherein the market associated with these areas is just tremendous, absolutely tremendous, and it's going to continue to grow well into the future. That's going to give you a wonderful opportunity to earn income that is just the potential to earn unlimited income, quite frankly, to based whatever it is that you would work your little butt off for, and to follow a system that works, a simple duplicatable system that you're going to be able to show to others. It's going to be able to create a lifestyle that you deserve. So let's tackle obesity first. We all know that we're living in a health crisis in this country. Food products are really not designed to provide people with nutrition, but they're really provided to line large corporations' pockets, and at the result and the expense of a completely overweight and obese society. We got 2/3 of all North Americans who are overweight, and 1 in 3 children who are suffering from obesity. This has reached epidemic proportion, and it goes far beyond any type of cosmetic issue. And people are looking for solutions. People are looking for answers. I talk to people all the time, who are looking for this opportunity to provide them to be able to actually live in a body that is actually energized, and one that is operating to which it's designed, and not one that is based on fatigue and excess weight and one that's based on an unhealthy lifestyle as opposed to a healthy lifestyle. So we have an incredible group of people that we can help with beautiful solutions that we can stand proud and 100% integrity in to provide these folks with healthy nutritional solutions. And like I told you, the root cause really is the fact that we're living in a society where the food is fast, cheap, and nutritionally bankrupt. I don't have to tell you, you simply just have to walk down the street or drive down any main road. No longer are you looking at or at any type of healthy choices. You're looking at chain restaurant after chain restaurant after chain restaurant. You walk into the grocery store, what are you seeing? You're seeing 75 to 85% of a grocery store being filled with processed foods that are nothing more than they're filled with artificial ingredients, GMOs, hydrogenated oils, processed flour and sugar and corn byproducts. And they're really creating the new norm for obese people, unfortunately. And until people understand that there's a better way that you can educate them on to how to get them into a system that they can take control of their nutritional intake and their food products, then, unfortunately, people are going to continue to suffer. But you know what? When you have a solution as powerful as Isogenics, you become supercharged and be able to motivate people. And I'm telling you, there is nothing better when you begin to help people and transform their lives. My wife, Desiree, and I wake up virtually every morning to a text message or a Facebook post of some of our teammates who are changing their lives right before our eyes within a short period of time, feeling better than they have in years. And that's something that you could be a part of. And not only are we subject to the nutritional bankruptcy with the food products, but also the environmental toxins that we are all surrounded with, whether it be the toxins associated with the water we drink or the air we breathe, or the toxins that pollute the fields of so many of the food that we eat, or the products that we ingest or put into our body, and the cleaning supplies. These all have a profound impact on our life and other people's lives, and they're not living to nearly their full capacity. So what it is, Isogenics actually is available to all of us to achieve optimal health and fight those ongoing negative factors through a perfect nutritional system that puts people back into an opportunity to live in peak physical condition. So they're living in a scenario where they feel great, they're looking fantastic, their skin, their body is optimally operating at great levels, and it becomes purely infectious and a wonderful, great thing to be part of. So, as we talk about obesity, we also talk about the energy and performance. We live in a very physical conscious society, where it's very important. People make judgments about how people look and how they feel and how much of an important impact it has on, everyone's day-to-day life. And Isogenics offers a solution that top fitness professionals and fitness competitors and professional athletes and the greatest known actors of the world, they all use our products. Why? Because they work. And all of those same products are available to you to offer to the people in your world and into your circle of influence. And as we teach you our system on how to continue to develop an ongoing network of people who you can help, then the bottom line is we can get people to achieve some phenomenal results to increase their energy and performance. And then, like I said, healthy aging. Healthy aging is an enormous market. You're going to see some numbers in a few slides from now, in addition to the numbers that we have on this slide, to show you that we are in a boom period where people are spending an enormous amount of money on healthy aging products. And think about the opportunity that you can provide people with healthy aging solutions that are natural, that are free of artificial ingredients, that meet or exceed organic standards, and meet the highest levels of integrity for product safety and effectiveness. So when you look at that and you can apply it to the market that is out there, where you have 50% of all North Americans who are 50 years and older, you have an industry in the anti-aging industry that's going to be going into the $500 billion mark over the next 5 years. Those are enormous money, dollars, that you can take part of. And you know what? Why? You know, when you think about where the baby boomers are, they're the largest contingent of our society right now. 10,000 are reaching the age of 65. These are not people who want to live placid lives. They want to live active lifestyles. I was at an event tonight where I have so many friends who are, you know, in their mid 50s at this time. They're active. They're doing marathons. They're doing Tough Mudders. They're training. They're engaging in life, and they want to continue to engage in life, and they want to feel the best they possibly could. And guess what? You can provide those solutions to people and build a fantastic business in the meantime. So why? Because we have solutions that transform our lives. And the product developers of Isogenics, whether it be Kathy and Jim Coover or Dr. Anderson, who created this system, the bottom line is they created products that work all synergistically together, whether it be the weight loss systems or the energy and performance systems or the healthy aging and telomere support system. Every one of our products work together. And what's fantastic about Isogenics is that it has a singular focus. It has a singular focus where you can establish a personal brand and a personal identity that's so unlike so many other companies out there where they are selling too many variety of different products, where you don't know if you're selling cleaning products one day or nutritional products the next day or household items the next day. It's confusing. It doesn't provide any real identity or personality for you. Isogenics, it's very clear. We are in the business of making people feel great, making people lose weight, feel great, lose that fat, increase their engine performance, build lean muscle, increase their bone density, and have a wonderful everyday living. So, you know, when you talk about the products and the quality of the systems that we offer to folks, and you think about what's going on in today's environment, where we have technology growing at such a rapid pace that, quite frankly, people and the labor force are getting functionally obsolete. Every day we have jobs that are being lost forever because of technology, which is a beautiful thing. But the reality is technology is moving at such a pace that our society is not able to train people fast enough to be able to retool them. So people have to be responsible to understand, to create their own financial accountability, to create their own personal economies, because it's going to be up to them. And if you study the economists and you study the people who are looking at how the economic trends are going in this country and this world, you're going to see that it's going to be more and more and more based upon people creating their own personal economies. And when you think about people in your own circle of influence, how many people do you know right now who are unemployed or underemployed, or people who are on food assistance, or people who are struggling to pay the bills because of rising healthcare costs, or being choked by credit card debt or school loan debt, which is no longer, you know, people go through bankruptcy. Before, they used to be able to clean the slate with school loans. Not anymore. Guess what? People are out there and they require solutions. Why? Because from a wealth standpoint, they are just in an unhealthy status because they have never been educated in financial education. Our educational system is structured in a way that we are truly not prepared to become self-sufficient financial economic generators. We're built and educated to become worker bees. But we have a technology where worker bees are becoming less and less required. So there's a huge, huge gap. And we are here to help people to understand what it really means to be wealthy, what it means, how to redefine wealth, and how to really empower people through basic financial education that we can help them people to create their own physical economies. So, you know, again, it's a critical issue. Most people have no idea about really what it means to be financially independent, or able to create any vehicle to become financially independent. One of the greatest teachers out there is Robert Kiyosaki. He's there on the right-hand side. He wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is, Google him right after this webinar. Buy his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a fantastic book. It's a classic. Read it. But he did a fantastic job of defining what wealth is. It's the number of days you can survive without physically working and still maintain your standard of living. One sentence that capsulizes the whole thing. Bottom line is this: how much money do you have in the bank? And if you had to stop work tomorrow due to a job loss or some type of unforeseen event, how long can you survive? How long can you survive? Do you have a plan B? Most people don't. But you know what? You're on this call for a reason, and I give you a lot of credit because you recognize the importance of being financial independent, to be able to create a part-time income that will provide you with a plan B so that you can rest easy. You can know that, you know what? I'm going to be great. I'm going to be okay because I'm building a business, even if it's on a part-time basis, like many of us do. Part-time basis, that income is going to be growing, and it's going to be allow me to develop a residual income or a passive income that allows me to exceed my monthly expenses, to have that income whether I'm working or not. That, my friends, is the true economic definition of financial freedom. Passive income is really derived through a few ways. Here's a quick summary, and really summarized by T. Harv Eker. He wrote a fantastic book, Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. If you haven't read it, strongly recommend that you read it. It's just a pure eye-opener. It's one of my favorite books, and I'm a big audiobook fan, and T. Harv does the audio, and it's just great. So, money working for you, whether it be stocks, bonds, T-bills, money markets, interest from savings. But let's face it, I just got done talking about the fact that most people really don't have substantial savings, and any type of savings that they have, how many really have a 401k in place where they can really maintain their standard of living, which they've grown accustomed if they had to stop working? Not many. So really what we need to do is we need to create an economic driver, an economic force that we can create and build upon our own so we can create residual income, money working for us. And then of course you can have businesses working for you. Look, all successful entrepreneurs, every one of them recognize it's about putting assets to work for them to be able to create leveraged business opportunities, whether it be in real estate, whether it be in intellectual property. The bottom line is these are all beautiful things, but you know what? Real estate requires a tremendous amount of capital. And there's a tremendous amount of risk associated with it. And then, quite frankly, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get your butt handed to you. Why? Because I know. I've been in the business. I've been a real estate market, a real estate attorney, real estate developer, and a builder for years. And quite frankly, I'll never forget 2008 because it dramatically changed my life. It cleared me out. But you know what? I was able to rebuild. And the vehicle of having a leveraged business in the network marketing industry has really been the difference. Why? Because it's the new face of entrepreneurism in the 21st century, because it doesn't require huge capital outlays. It requires a very, very small capital outlay, and it relies upon you and your work ethic, and you be able to develop and apply a simple system to help other people to duplicate it. And that's what it's really about. And as you develop, this industry is great because it's totally focused on personal development. And as you personally develop and improve your game, guess what? Your checkbook's going to reflect it. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So as you grow, so does your bank account. And if you look about network marketing versus franchising, traditionally people always thought it's franchising is kind of having the ability to have their own business, but kind of having the safety net, quote unquote, of a large corporation. Yeah, it is true, but just look at this particular slide here. These are all numbers that I pulled off of franchise.com of money that's required for a downstroke to be just basically get a name on the door and a policy and procedure or guideline handbook and to be part of a large organization. Big, big dollars. And this is even before any of your hard costs are being tied into building a traditional business. The average a franchise owner puts out somewhere between $200,000 and $250,000 to get started, and unfortunately their rate of return on an average annual income is only around $80,000. Not great, not great. And quite frankly, there's a better way. The better way is network marketing. Why? Because it is growing in leaps and bounds. I talked to you a few slides ago about what's going on in our economy, and the bottom line, because of social media, because of the power of the internet, the power of allowing people to develop their own personal brand and the distribution networks through the internet and the social networks, it has catapulted the networking marketing industry to really be a front runner, where we did $178 billion globally in 2013, and the numbers by the end of 2014 are going to go up even further. And what dominated? The health and beauty industry dominated. Why? Because all of those reasons that I mentioned to you before. People want to look good, they want to feel good, they want to have a sense of pride in what they do and how they feel. So we can offer them a solution that was with a top tier system. And you women who are on this webinar, I give you kudos, because you know what? You're definitely in the right industry, and in the right time at the right place, because 82% of all women who make $100,000 or more make it through direct sales. So talk about empowering. You are right at the crux of it. And because of the huge positive impact that network marketing is now having, it's really starting to begin to take a major role in the major financial publications, because large financial houses are investing in these companies, because they're billion-dollar companies. They're doing over $1 billion of sales a year. So obviously Wall Street's taking notice. Forbes magazine ran a story in August of 2014. Would you join a multi-level marketing company for retirement income? Check it out. Google it. Take a moment, look at that, copy it down, whatever. Guess that, read through it, and read that article. I got a little quote here from Robert Lauria, who drafted the piece. It says, there is seemingly endless debate over whether or not these companies and programs are legitimate business opportunities or not. So I dug in and got the real scoop. As a result, I believe that the entire industry is poised for explosive growth and can be one of the most significant solutions to America's current retirement savings crisis. Well, look, if you were looking for any type of objective criteria, any type of litmus test to say, wow, thumbs up for the network marketing industry, well, here it is. And quite frankly, like I mentioned to you, look at these numbers when we're talking about health and beauty. You're talking about billions of dollars that you could really leverage on and build your business. I'm just going to give you a second to just take a look at this slide. These are B's in front of these numbers, not M's. You're talking billions, not millions. 20 billion, 11 billion, 114 billion, all in the areas which are right in the sweet spot of Isagenix. So, like any other business proposition, I encourage everyone to do their due diligence. I did my due diligence. In fact, because of my nature as an accountant and as an attorney, I didn't rely upon even my own ability and skill set. I actually hired an expert to help me to target the best opportunity for me to enter into this industry. And that expert was one who did not have any financial interest in my selection, but purely provided me with value of his insight of close to 30 years in this industry. And where did he direct me? He directed me to Isagenix, because it's the right company and they have the right type of vision and the mindset. The co-founders, Jim and Kathy Coover, they have a lifetime of experience and success in the network marketing industry. And they have built a culture that is second to none. And they are basically providing that culture, and is expanding every day to younger generations, essentially through their son, Eric, who is now Global Field Sales Development Director, who is doing amazing things with people at the 18 to 35-year-old segment. It's one of the fastest growing segments in our country, or excuse me, our company. Why? Because look, these kids are coming out of college. They don't have a prayer to get what they deserve, the type of job opportunities they deserve. They're coming out riddled with debt, basically buying into a promise that the colleges cannot live up to. They just simply can't. They're just too expensive for people. So people don't have an opportunity to prosper. They're just getting by. And they're not getting the right type of mindset to thrive. They're just trying to survive. That's not what our country's about. Our country is about opportunity and taking advantage of it, and the whole idea of capitalism. And that's what this company provides. And they are doing such a phenomenal job. And John Anderson, as I mentioned to you before, he is a legend in the health industry. He's developed over 2,000 products in this industry. He is one who stands above the masses in his area of expertise. He developed the system primarily for himself, believe it or not, saw that it was so good, and he had an opportunity to partner up with Jim and Kathy in 2002, and they have built a business model that is totally fantastic, and their vision is fantastic. You know what it is? Their vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the largest process, create the largest health and wellness company in the world. We're not talking about just in the direct selling industry. We're talking about health and wellness field in general. They're targeting the big Johnson Johnsons of the world. They're recognizing that what they want to do through their system, they want to create more 6- and 7-figure income earners than any other company in the world. And they're doing it. They are doing it because, like I told you, they offer a product and a system that is one that you can stand by with 100% integrity, because they put their money where their mouth is to provide products that work, that are scientifically proven, that are tested, that are done each year, where they're spending millions of dollars to ensure that you, as the product rep, can provide people with the best grade products offered, and you can stand in integrity and know that what you're providing is the real deal. So, the results speak for themselves. I mean, you can just take a look at this. These are all people just like you and me, living everyday lives, who unfortunately prior to Isogenics were buying into the system. And what was happening is they were buying those terrible food products. Their bodies were just becoming bigger and bigger and bigger by the day. I'm sure you guys can relate, and you ladies can relate who are on this call. I mean, I was somebody like that. Right? I've lost 45 pounds when I really realized that I needed to take my health seriously, and now I've used Isogenics for over 1.5 years, which has helped me maintain not only my weight loss, but actually build additional lean muscle and feel great. It's improved my ability to have great workouts and live a healthy, balanced lifestyle. But these results are absolutely fantastic, and like I said, there's something that all of you can experience. Now, most important question: how do you get paid? Because let's face it, that's why we're on this, right? That's why we take the time on a Thursday night to get on a webinar at 9 o'clock at night. How can you build the financial prosperity and earn the income that you deserve and desire? Well, look, I put this disclaimer not in very fine print. I put it bold. I put it right in front of your face. This is a real business opportunity. It is a fantastic business opportunity, but it's one that requires work. But the great thing is it requires work that you can be able to apply a system that is proven, that is simple, that is duplicatable. It is basically the trifecta of what is required to be successful in a network marketing business. But like anything else, if you don't treat it like a business, you will not get paid like a business. You treat it like a hobby, it's going to get paid like a hobby. You treat it like a business, you will get paid like a business. We have had a fantastic 2014, my wife and I, and we are so excited moving into 2015, knowing what's going to happen. And it all boils down to really one simple thing, qualifying people for your time, qualifying people for the program. We teach people right off the bat. Most people who have bad networking marketing experiences, why? They didn't have the guidance. They didn't have the leadership. They didn't have the system. So what happened? You became a nudge. You didn't know what you were doing. You were verbally vomiting on everybody about your opportunity, how great it was, and this and that. And you were calling your aunts and your uncles and your brothers and your sisters, driving them crazy. It's the wrong way. It was the wrong way. But you know what? We have a system that works because we treat it like a business. We show you how to develop this from the ground up, and we mentor you from day one on how to present this and to qualify people for your time, qualify people for the program. And it really just starts with the power of two. Finding two people who basically want to have the best food in the world, and then we train them to do the same thing that you do. It becomes the power of two. And then the power of leverage then begins, because you're going to be building a sales team of two. You're going to earn sales volume on all of your product volume that is sold on your teams. And guess what? The team legs that Isogenics has created in their financial plan is second to none, because you know what? It doesn't tap out. You don't phase out. They go on as long as you are associated with Isogenics. If you sign someone up tomorrow, and you know what? 10 years down the road, someone on their downline signs up, guess what, my friend? You get paid. You get paid. There's no cap outs. They have a beautiful financial structure, because they knew if they were going to create a company where they were going to be the largest health and wellness company in the world, they know that they had to pay their front sales force as much as they possibly could. So they did this comp plan right. And you know what? Not only did they create it the right way, the reporting, the back office is second to none. They calculate the payments daily and in real time. I know at any given moment when I go into my Isogenics back office how much I'm going to be making that week. And then guess what? I get paid weekly. Every Monday, noontime, ka-ching, I get a deposit into my bank account. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And if I got anybody on this call tonight who is in small business, who has owned a business, you know what I'm talking about. You know what it means where, you know what, you get paid last because you got to pay your vendors, or you got to pay your payroll, or you're running late, or you're running short, or you're borrowing against your line of credit in order to pay people's salaries and to pay yourself. It is not fun. It's not fun at all. But what's great is when you have a company that is debt-free, that is doing, they'll close out this year doing 700 million this year. Next year, they're poised to do $1 billion in sales. They have the resources in place, the systems in place to know that you can rely upon every week you're getting paid. And you know what? You can get paid on the weekly sales volume that can be up to $27,000 a week. Think about that. You can earn as a on your own up to 250 cycles, which is a term for business volume, up to 13 grand. And as you rank advanced up to an executive, guess what? They do a dollar-to-dollar match. Dollar-to-dollar match where you can be earning up to 27 grand a week. And then guess what? The beautiful thing is they have 20 million that they do on a front-end loaded bonus for double introductory bonuses. So when you're signing 2 people up during a week, guess what? Your bonuses double automatically. New consultant bonuses, rank advancement bonuses, end of the year leadership pool, holiday pool. Guess what? I got my holiday pool check this Monday and it was great. So you know what? I just put a big paid stamp on my Christmas gifts. Done. Great, great feeling. We had the leadership. You had the local leadership. Like I told you before, our goal is to lead, is to help you lead from the rear, making sure that our people who come into this business are successful. Because if we help people be successful, then we're going to be successful. Every one of people on our teams are proven successful leaders, and you're going to have access to that. You know, where else can you find for free a mentor who's earning high 6-figure incomes and 7-figure incomes annually, who have nothing but a sole purpose to make you be successful in your business? You know, that's what's great about the network marketing industry, because, you know, traditional industry, it's the dog eat dog. You know, you get to the top by stomping on everybody else's head. Not with network marketing. The bottom line is this is the only industry that I know, and I've been around a long time, where it's all about helping others. And as you assist others to get what they want, you get what you want. So our leadership is strong. It's some of the best in the country. In fact, the woman who signed us up, Alexis Romano, she won top leader in North America for 2013 because she has a leadership style and a system that is second to none. And the proven track record of Isogenics, look at the growth trajectory. It is there, and guess what? It's just going to continue to move up. Like I mentioned, we're doing 700 million by the end of 2014. All estimates go to over $1 billion in sales next year. We're doing that in basically 13 years. That is just a phenomenal feat for any company, not to mention purely a network marketing based direct sales company. So great stuff there. Isogenics, 124 millionaires so far. 24 of those millionaires were crowned in 2014. So what's that tell you? Guess what? You're in the right place at the right time. Company is not only based in the United States, but it's international. And so, you know, look around, see where we're going. Not only in all these countries that are listed here, but we have future plans to be going into additional foreign countries that are going to be able to globally expand your market. Now, you may say to yourself, hey, I don't know anybody in Australia or Canada. Well, guess what? You may not, but as you develop your team, they do. And you know what? You will start developing a team of people from all walks of life, all corners of this country, and possibly all corners of this earth. So the company is in momentum. That is such a beautiful thing. At the time you want to be involved in a company, because that momentum is one where you can tap into and really be able to grow quickly, and to be able to do it in a way where it can become sustainable, because you develop the habits, the mindset, and the skills to be, you know, a long-term success. And not only is the company momentum, but our team is momentum for those reasons that I just explained to you. We have a fantastic group of leaders that we are totally stoked to make sure that everyone who comes on board is doing great, who's going to live a lifestyle that they can dream to develop. So you know what? We've really boiled it down to these 4 characteristics. And I want you to ask yourself this. If you are somebody who's health conscious, if you're somebody who's wealth motivated, you're somebody who is self-directed, And you're, most importantly, you're coachable. You're somebody who can put your ego aside and understand, you know what? I'm entering something new. I'm going to just follow the system. I'm going to follow the proven leaders. I'm going to follow the proven leadership systems that are in place. And I'm not going to sit here and try and recreate the wheel. I'm just going to follow what works. If those criteria are ones that kind of associate with you, then guess what? You're in the right place in the right time, and you are on your way if you decided to make this decision to get started. And quite frankly, that's what you want to do. You want to get started now. You're either on this call because you were brought onto this call through me, or you were brought on from somebody on my team. But the bottom line is, I encourage all of you right now to take immediate action. Once we get started, to get started. You know what? I'm going to give you, in a few minutes, I'm going to give you my personal contact information. And I love it when after these calls, I get calls from people who are on this webinar who say, Mike, I'm ready to rock and roll. They ask me a couple questions, which is great. I say, fire away. Ask me any question that you want. I want to make sure that you have a clear understanding of our business and this wonderful opportunity. And they get started. And what is it to get started? All right. You're talking about $559. $559 to get you started in this business. But what's beautiful about this is a company where you get to eat your overhead. So not only are you going to be able to fuel your body with the best nutritional system and best nutritional products available anywhere, but you're basically going to start your business. So you'll get in great shape. You're going to feel great. You're going to start your business. You become a product of the product. And you become the best advertisement because people talk to you and they look at you all the time. I was at a holiday party tonight. People are like, man, what the heck are you doing, Mike? Hello. That's what you call leads, my friend. You become a lead generating machine simply because you become a product of a product. And anybody on this call who's been in business on their own before recognizes that $559 to start a business is nothing. I remember right when I was in my real estate investing days, writing checks for $90,000, signing personal lines of credit, putting my house up for a mortgage to hope for a profit at the end. You're talking about $559. And if you have the confidence in yourself and you have an ability that you want to develop and take control of your financial future, and you want to join a company that will put you in the best position to achieve your financial goals, well, then guess what? What an investment to invest in yourself. You're investing in your health and you're investing in your own business. What a great way to get started in 2015. So as I leave you, or we get close to the end, I want you to think about this. You know, we've all heard the analogy about opportunity knocking. Well, guess what? It's knocking, people. Opportunity is knocking. You know, I could do a lot of things in my life, and I've recognized that this opportunity, this Isogenics opportunity, has been by far the best opportunity that I've ever encountered in my professional life. You know, and it was just fantastic timing. And you know what? It may be the perfect timing for you. So when opportunity knocks, I want you to answer the door and get yourself rocking. So, you know, look at this. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Facebook, invited 5 people to his Harvard dorm room 5 years ago to discuss a business opportunity. You know what? 3 guys, or 3, whomever it was, they were too busy, whether they were going to a party or had to study or whatever else, or thought Mark Zuckerberg was nuts. Regardless, but 2 people showed up. Those people are now billionaires, Dustin Moskowitz and Eduardo Saverin. Something to think about. And that is, opportunity is knocking right now. What you have to do is take action, take control, and recognize that it's going to be up to you to develop your financial future. And if you could do it where you're going to be able to provide a lifestyle of health, wealth, and fitness, then what a wonderful, wonderful combination. Again, the company Isogenics. All right, that's the company that I strongly, strongly endorse. One that has allowed me to have financial freedom, my wife financial freedom. We work this business from the comfort of our home. We work together, and we are having a fantastic, fantastic time doing it. So my name is Mike Coluzzi. All right, this is my contact information. If you've got questions after tonight's webinar, you are free to call me personally. I'm going to take the first 3 calls right now. 856-824-1325. 856-824-1325. Just call, introduce yourself. I would be happy to talk to you, answer your questions. And you know what? If you do call and you get my voicemail, just leave your name and your number twice so I can clearly understand your name and your number. Leave it information twice. give me the best number to reach you, and I will call you back personally, and we can go through the process. But if you want to reach out to me via email, you can reach me at michael@healthwealthandfit.com. Another great thing, I use Facebook all the time. It's the greatest marketing tool on earth. Reach out to me on Facebook. Okay, there's the link. Just go to Michael J. Caluzzi. You'll see my face. Send me a friend request. Say, hey, Mike, I attended your webinar. Let's be Facebook friends. Boom, we'll be locked in. You can see my Facebook page as well. Healthwealthandfit.com is my website. Check it out. Again, my number right now is 856-824-1325, 856-824-1325. I want to thank you all for taking the time tonight. Again, I want to wish you all a fantastic holiday season. God bless, and look forward to connecting with you all. Thank you all. Bye-bye.